So let us continue with the lesson Introduction to Euclid's Postulates. Okay, Euclid's Introduction to Euclid's Geometry. In that first we have seen Euclid's axioms. I think I have given you 7 axioms and you need to by heart all those axioms. And I have told you what are axioms. Axioms are the statements, okay, which are accepted universally without any proof. And that is for universal, each and everything. Okay, those are axioms. They are related to each and every field in the universe. Whereas postulates are also statements which are accepted without proof, but they are confined to a particular field, like mathematics. Okay, so postulates are also the statements which are accepted without proof only, but they are confined to a particular field, like mathematics. Now we will see Euclid's 5 postulates. Okay, Euclid's 5 postulates, and these postulates also you need to learn them by heart. Now let us see the first postulate of Euclid. That is, first one is, a straight line can be drawn from only one point to other point. That is, if there is a point A and if there is a point B, then in between these 2 points a straight line can be drawn. Yes. Okay, a straight line can be drawn from one point to other point. This is the first postulate of Euclid. Then we will see the second postulate of Euclid. The second postulate is, a terminated line can be produced indefinitely. Now what does it mean is, suppose there is a line AB. Its terminating ends are A and B. That is, it is not extending beyond B here. It is not extending beyond A here. So this can be produced this side indefinitely, and this side also it can be produced indefinitely. So a terminated line can be produced indefinitely. This is the second postulate of Euclid. Now we will see the third postulate. The third postulate says, a circle can be drawn with any center and any radius. So you can take a rounder or a compass and draw any circle with any center and any radius. Not a problem. Fourth one, all right angles are equal to one another. So each right angle is equal to how much? 90 degrees. So all right angles will be definitely equal to one another. This is the fourth postulate. Then we will see the fifth postulate. So we will see what does the fifth postulate say. Okay, I'll read it. If a straight line falling on 2 straight lines makes the interior angles on the same side of it taken together less than 2 right angles, then the 2 straight lines, if produced indefinitely, meet on that side on which the sum of the angles is less than 2 right angles. Now we will see what it actually means. Now what it actually means is, there are 2 lines AB and CD, suppose. They can be anyhow, and a straight line EF falls on them. Okay, a straight line EF falls on these 2 straight lines AB and CD. That is, it intersects these 2 straight lines. Then these will be the interior angles. Okay, these are interior angles 1 and 2, and this side also interior angles 3 and 4. Okay, and if the interior angles falling on one side of the line, interior angles are angle 1 and angle 2. On the other side, angle 3 and angle 4. And what it means is, if the interior angles falling on one side of it taken together means, if you add them, if it is less than 2 right angles, it is less than 2 right angles means 2, and right angles means 90 degrees. 2 into 90 is how much? 2 into 90 is 180 degrees. And this side, if it is less than 180 degrees, then naturally on the other side it will be greater than 180 degrees. If one side it is less than 180 degrees, on the other side it will be greater than 180 degrees. Then if these two lines on which this line falls, if they are produced indefinitely, that is they are produced this side as well as this side, then they will meet on that side where the sum of the interior angles taken together becomes less than 180 degrees. Less than 180 degrees, we have taken it on the left hand side. So if you produce these lines, okay, indefinitely on the left side, they will meet on that side. They will not meet on that side where the sum of the interior angles is greater than 180 degrees. So on the right side, the sum of the interior angles is greater than 180 degrees. If you produce them indefinitely on the right side, they will not meet. Okay, they will only meet on the left side where the sum of the interior angles is less than 180 degrees. See, I will explain it once again to you all. Suppose you have two lines AB and CD and a line EF falls on them, that is intersects them, and if the sum of the interior angles falling on one side of the line, that is left side of the line, that is angle 1 plus angle 2, that is these two angles taken together, if it makes less than two right angles means 2 into 90 degrees, 2 into 90 is 180 degrees. If it becomes less than two right angles on one side, then if these two lines are produced indefinitely, they will meet on that side, that is left side, where the sum of the interior angles is less than 180 degrees. If it is greater than 180 degrees on the right side, they will not meet on the right side. Now this postulate gives a hint of the parallel lines. Okay, I'll just show it to you. Suppose two lines AB and CD are there and a line AF intersects them. Suppose it intersects them, say at P and Q. Then the interior angles formed are angle 1, angle 2, angle 3, angle 4. Then if angle 1 plus angle 2 is equal to 180 degrees, okay, then these two lines AB and CD will become 180 degrees. In the postulate they are said less than 180 degrees. If it is less than 180 degrees, then on that side these two lines will meet. But if it is equal to 180 degrees, these lines will never meet either on left side or right side. So this gives a hint of the presence of what type of lines? Parallel lines. Okay, all of you please take down these notes in your fair book, by heart all the axioms and all the postulates, and write down all these notes in your fair book. Okay, let us meet in the next class.